Hi, welcome back. A friend of mine asked me to fix up this piece here. It's a frame or part of the frame for like a kitchen cabinet. This piece seems to attach to the door, and then the basket type of thing attaches to this. The piece is broken into three sections. The middle section seems to have been bent out of it. So he just asked me to make it up again. So I thought it might be reasonably interesting to show this, especially to kids, show the process of just fixing up something. It's made out of aluminium. I don't have aluminium this size, and it obviously didn't work. So I'm just taking it apart now and taking out the screws, and I'm going to probably make it out of steel, and just going to get the dimensions first of all. So 3 sections, as you can see, and we have a total of 5 holes to drill in it. So these ones here are M4 countersink, and are they M4? No, they're M5s, 2 countersinks. These are just regular panhead screws, and this is an M6. It looks good. I'll just double check with the verniers. Yeah, that's a 6mm. So I need taps for those and drills to drill the right size hole. So this is how the piece fits together. Piece of aluminium. It's hollowed out on the back, so it's been cast in this shape. I won't be doing casting, obviously. I'm just going to make it out of a raw piece of steel. I could hollow out those sections on the milling machine, but I don't think there's any necessity. The weight isn't going to be that huge or important. So I suppose the first thing to do is to measure it. I'll take down some of my measurements in a very rough fashion. So a rectangular piece, we have a hole in the middle, and we have 2 holes here and here. So the width of the piece is 20mm. The length, when it's all together, is 120. I'll turn this so as you can see it now when we've got the measurements properly done. Now the piece, I did look at this beforehand. The piece of steel that I found was this piece here. Bit of old piece of bright mild steel inside. It's 19mm by 6. So I don't think 1mm is going to make a huge difference when you put it in there. Yeah, it's loose enough. It seems to be about the same width. I don't think the millimeter is going to make a difference that way. And I looked at it this way as well. It's actually 6.5mm thick at that point, and this piece of steel is 6mm thick. Again, I don't think these are critical dimensions. They're not going to make a huge difference. So this hole down obviously is going to be 160 down from the end, and the other 2 holes here are going to be the same. So I'm just going to measure one side, and then it's mirrored on the other side. So the first hole is in 6mm, and the second hole is at 18mm in total. So that's pretty. Okay, so that's pretty easy there then. Right, I'm not going to do much talking in this video. Just going to basically do it and film doing it, so you get an idea. But the main things are there. I have my taps now sorted. I have an M5 and an M6. I have my drill bits. For the M5 I'm going to use a 4.2, and for the M6 I'm going to use a 5mm drill bit. So I'll just get started and fast forward when it's boring and that sort of thing. The first thing to do is to cut the steel. So there we go. Piece is done, piece is in. It's not perfect, but I think it'll do the job. I hope people found that a little bit interesting, especially as this channel is mostly for students and stuff like that, you know, first years and those wouldn't have seen something like that before. I'd like to thank all those people who've subscribed so far. It's kind of nicely surprising to have people subscribing because they're interested in your stuff. A lot of people that I don't even know their names, so it's nice to see that, and thank you very much. And I'll try and keep doing them. I have plans this week to do a video on an X's and O's game I make with first years, so hopefully I'll get that done tomorrow. And I also want to do, I do with first years, I do it all years, I do the year number, so first years do 1, second years do second, etc. So I'm going to do up all those as well, and hopefully people find them useful or interesting. So again, thank you, and we'll see you shortly.